4,660 pounds, wilderness, little rear bath, lightweight couples camper just came in on trade here at Heartland RV. This is ideal for someone with a more limited, restricted tow capacity. Being a pre-owned RV and fairly late model, it'd be a very good option for someone who's looking to get started in camping before they go neck deep into it. Let's take a peek inside and then we'll come back out and learn how she's put together. So this one's kind of interesting in that it can be turtle friendly and travel accessible if you remove the dining table like I have done here. If you remove that, then you can very easily, very comfortably navigate your way through this trailer with the slide closed. The only thing you're not really going to be able to enjoy is the TV over here, but if you're turtled up at a stop, you're probably not worried too much about the TV anyway. Every time I say something, there's always at least one person who proves me wrong and says, yeah, but, and I understand that. I'm not saying this is a perfect world scenario. I'm saying that this is a pretty good real world scenario. Now, the question then is, what do you do with the table in transit? Because I don't really recommend you just leave the stuff on the bed like I've done here. The easy solution, I think, is you put the bed posts in the under bed storage, but the actual tabletop, just put it right under the mattress. Don't actually lift the deck up. Just lift up the mattress and put it right under there. And that'll be fine. It'll ride fine there. So if what you're looking for is travel friendliness, this one can absolutely easily get the job done. Let's open up the slide. So this is purpose built to be clean, small, lightweight, and very price sensitive. You know, there's a lot of things that they could have done more to this trailer. Like they could have added more lighting and whatnot. It has really minimal lighting, but it has enough. It never has less than is important in any area. You know, like it doesn't have the equipment package of a Rockwood, per se, but it also, you know, doesn't have near the price tag of a Rockwood, so it kind of evens out. This is a starter class ultralight, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's a somewhat similar story to, say, a Keystone Passport like we offer here at Heartland RV. It does everything it needs to. It does nothing it doesn't need to. It's fine. So, again, if you're looking to really get started or just do some casual camping, this is the perfect little equipment complement to not be too overcomplicated and confuse a first-time buyer or spend too much money for someone who's only going to camp a little bit, maybe. That's really who this is for. Now, what's nice is without a privacy wall up front, it gives it a nice big open feeling design. Now there's definitely some folks who prefer a privacy wall. I would recommend a different trailer. Now it does have a privacy curtain right here, so keep that in mind. What it is benefiting from is this vaulted roofing up here. What is also nice is they did everything that's important. It does still have central air. So you will get good airflow in here. It also has cabinet ducted heating, and that is a little less expensive method. But that's not a knock, it's just a statement. It is less expensive, but it also means there's no vents in the floor to collect dirt and debris. So that's not all bad either. There's benefits both ways, obviously. Just like there's benefits both ways to a privacy versus non-privacy wall. They do a good job up here in the bedroom. I do like how they handle their side stands and the positioning of those power outlets. That is very well executed. Now as I swing around here, something I thought was really interesting, and I wanted to make sure to point it out, because if I didn't, I think that there would be a lot of assumptions here. It is almost 100% assumable that a U-dinette will fold down into a sleeper. This one really does not. And at a glance, it actually had me fooled. I didn't realize until I went to set it up that it's not a sleeper U-dinette. Because you look at it and you're like, what are you talking about? It's got that little rail in the back, but it doesn't have the associated side mounts on the side benches, and these are not as deep as the table is deep. So the table does not fold down into a sleeper. That being said, if you remove all those cushions, you have a plenty deep rear bench back there where like a grandkid or one adult would be able to comfortably sleep. It could still potentially get the job done, but it's not in the way that you would normally expect, so I wanted to definitely point that out. Now, it looks like the previous owners felt like me, and that in certain areas they could have added a little more lighting, so the previous owners took it on themselves to add those little command strip stick lights, and you know what? Frankly, it's good enough. That is an awesome, super inexpensive Walmart level solution to an otherwise complicated problem, and it's very effective. It does the job very well. The overhead cabinets through the entirety of the slide, that's a nice touch. Give you that extra storage there. There's no such thing ever as too much storage. And when I back up here, you know, on a rainy day, it's got enough room where you could be in here. This is mostly what I would call a base camp model, these little rear bathrooms, because you're probably going to spend most of your time outside. But you wake up, you got a place to sit down and have a meal. You got a place to play a hand of cards or two with a friend, you know. You got a TV for a rainy day. It's got everything it needs, nothing it doesn't. That's what this is. It's a camper, not a house, and that's fine. It does have a basic level entertainment system up here. You've got your little like car style sort of stereo receiver right here. If you wanted to, though, they did leave this wide open, and I appreciate how they did that, and they left that shelf down there. The purpose being, if you wanted to like get a DVD player or a Blu-ray or whatever from the big box store, your choice, you could. And between, you can see the electronics, and all of the original owner's manuals are here. And those are indicators that I've learned to look through through my years of experience doing this. Those are good indicators of an RV that was well kept, well attended, and well maintained by the previous owners. You notice that they weren't scavengers, and they weren't lazy, and they didn't lose and misplace things. So they took good care of this thing. Now your sink over here, you've got a like a 60-40 split sink, which is very good for dry camping purposes, because you got your big sink over here for when you have park water, but you've got your little sink over here for when you have when you're boondocking, so that you naturally restrict yourself to using less water as opposed to draining the holding tank. And a little sprayer faucet's a nice touch too. Big window here in the kitchen for airflow. That is sharp. I think we're pretty good in here. Let's go back to the bathroom. The bathroom's great. This has a great bathroom. You are going to like this. Like right when you walk in, you can see how this is actually separated, even though it kind of looks like it flows through. But these shelves here are adjustable. That's why you have the double hanging rods. This gives you really hyper convertible storage space. If you want double closets, if you want a single closet, you want an extra pantry, linen cabinet, whatever, it has it. Even some extra little bonus bathroom drawers down here for like your hairbrushes and your electric shavers or Q-tips or whatever. It's got room for all that stuff. Little daily use stuff, a nice little pocket down in there. They did a very good job in this bathroom. Plenty of floor space here for like a tall person like me to sit on the toilet. Lots of leg room. Now the shower's a nice standing corner shower, and between the vaulted ceiling and the location of that skylight, that was installed in the correct spot, because that makes this trailer very tall person friendly. And this corner over here is something that a lot of different brands handle in different ways. And I don't dislike this layout, because what I like is it kind of leaves a nice open pocket down here if you want to just stuff some extra rolls of toilet paper, or if you want one of those standing toilet paper holders. But it still leaves you a little space. I don't know that you'll need it for towels because that big cabinet, but like extra shampoos and just little quick stuff to grab or just decorate. It's a very inexpensive, very simple, basic, but effective solution. And that's what this camper is. It's very base level, starter point, lightweight trailer. And there's nothing wrong with that. Not everything has to be the biggest, fanciest, most highly equipped thing on the market. Let's take a peek outside. Alright, so again, it's got everything it needs in the right quantities and the right places to just go out and have a good, decent weekend camping, you know? Now, like every time I say something like, I wouldn't expect something like this to be used for full-time use, there's always somebody who goes, well, why not? Well, I mean, everyone's definition of what's comfortable varies. If you think a camper this size would be comfortable for full-timing, then go full-timing. That's fine, you can. But typically something this size would be a small little weekend run-around camper, you know. I do like this big, wide-open, easy-access compartment here. It's just very easy to get like big chairs or like folding picnic tables or something in here. It's also got a very good look in that it's fully finished. And I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to still see the wood skeleton or something up here under the bed, but they cleaned it up nice. It looks really good and clean and intentional down here. It's also an easy way to see how the linoleum flooring actually goes under everything first. As I back up here, it does have just easy little push button power awning, so setting up camp on this is pretty simple. You have a power awning and power tongue jack. A little pro tip for folks out there, those manual stabilizer jacks, you just get like a little $6 hex nut adapter, bring along an 18-volt power drill, and there you go. Suddenly you're a NASCAR pit crew putting down your jacks and you're gonna get along just fine. I do notice, because I share the good with the bad, ladies and gentlemen. I will always tell you something I see if it is not ideal. The front fiberglass nose on this has a noticeable fade to it. It's interesting how it's significantly different from the sidewall. So what that tells me is that the front of this was parked directly at the sun. That being said, overall, the decals look like they're no real worse for the wear. Just, you can see the fiberglass definitely has some fade issues to it. That will continue to progress. You need to know that. I'm not going to hide that from you. I will always shoot you folks straight. Is there anything wrong with it? No, it's cosmetic. When we see things like that, ladies and gentlemen, we will take that into account. We don't hit this thing at a full retail price off the suggested guidebook if it's not in full retail price condition. So we take little things like that into account. Now this has a cable-driven slide system, which is extremely lightweight, and well, like at Keystone, who is the #1 producer of laminated product on the market, it is an extremely effective method. Now down here we are benefiting from an enclosed underbelly. It does have a forced air heat vent into the underbelly as well. I did not say this is a specifically cold camp rated trailer, because it is not. This is a simple, basic, lightweight trailer, but it's effective. It will get the job done. I do like that full outside shower out here, though, as opposed to just a sprayer port. Again, they've done the things that are really, really important. Previous owners installed a Max Air vent cover over the bathroom vent, so if you want to leave that open and get some rainy day airflow, you're going to be good. This has a wide stance stability axle system. What that does, it is not a replacement for weight distribution and anti-sway. It is a supplement to. So this trailer will naturally be inclined to track very well behind the trailer and bounce up and down on the hitch a lot less. So especially for folks who, like, let's say you've got a tow package SUV that is properly rated to handle something like this, those wide stance axles are a significant benefit, helping you out quite a bit. They're also really good, like, on short wheelbase vehicles and a really long trailer, one longer than this. Those wide stance axles help quite a bit to sort of cheat the wheelbase in a sense. Spare tire looks good. Doesn't look like it's ever been on the ground. I don't really see anything else that concerns me. It looks like the previous owners added that big folding door handle right there. I did spot a black tank flush system on the back wall of the camper, so it's got a black tank flush built in. That's fantastic for cleanup. Wider entry door though. That nice wider 30-inch entry door, always kind of handy. Where that's really nice is like if you've been cooking outside and you want to bring the platter of meat inside, those bigger entry doors are handy that way. So there you have it. On a cosmetic scale, other than the nose, she looks pretty darn good. From a feature and function scale, I don't see anything wrong with this. I don't see anything that's going to stop you from camping. I don't really see any, like, even cabinet scars where, like, maybe somebody bumped into a cabinet and nicked up the finish or anything like that. It's been well kept. It's been a little bit used. I didn't get a chance to speak to the folks who are trading it in, so I don't know their specific story. With experience, though, I would estimate that they wanted to get something a little bit larger, because, like I said, this is a very good starter class lightweight or casual camp lightweight. Or there are people who've been camping for years who they like to camp and not RV or glamp, if that makes sense. This is a good base level lightweight trailer. It's going to get the job done. And hey, it's not a new RV price tag, so how about that? What is neat, though, it is late model enough that it can potentially still qualify for same as new RV financing. And that's the kind of stuff we do here every day at Heartland RV, because we only do everything at Heartland RV: hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer package deals, and everything in between. So with that, take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.